Good evening. I'm Ron Mahogany, and this is 6 Minutes. In 2007, 8 million people were victims of identity theft. With the advent of the internet, identity theft has become a very common thing nowadays. Many people log on to websites and provide them with sensitive information, such as credit card numbers, PIN numbers, and bank account numbers. While the majority of these people believe their information is safe and secure, the opposite proves true on many occasions. Any information provided by the user can be intercepted by cyber criminals. One way of doing this is called keylogging, the threat within. My first stop took me to the Cybercrimes Division of the FBI. I met with a consultant who wished to remain anonymous. He will be referred to as Neo. What is keylogging?
Well, basically it's software or hardware used to track keystrokes and record keystrokes so that the information can be pulled out later, and usually it reveals data such as passwords and pins and addresses and that sort of thing.
In your experiences, how have you seen it used?
I've seen it used in many ways, mainly cybercrime, especially identity theft.
How often have you seen keylogging used in identity theft?
I've seen it used pretty often. Most identity thieves use keyloggers because it's easy to obtain.
How has the FBI used this software recently?
Well, one of our recent cases was Nicodermo Scarfo Jr., who we were able to obtain his password to his computer, and we were able to access his files, and we found out he was running a gambling racket. It has been used to track sex offenders, just to make sure that they're not doing anything illegal on the internet, visiting any illegal websites. We've also used it to monitor email traffic from various corporations in business espionage cases, and it's been used in just various ways to help us obtain information as well as evidence.
Although keylogging has been used for criminal intent, there are ways to counteract it.
So, the standard spyware software you can find anywhere on the internet, such as Norton Antivirus, Spy Blaster. Recently, Strikeforce Technologies released an anti-keylogging toolbar, so it will encrypt your keystrokes.
Although keylogging is ripe for legal abuse, it does have some legal and legitimate purposes. Hi, I'm here with Buck Walton, CEO of Panasonic Company. So, Buck, how did you find out about keylogging?
Well, a few months ago, my CIO, Chip Wellington, brought it up to me, and he mentioned that a lot of our employees were wasting time, and he decided that the best way to find out what they're wasting their time on was a keylogging program that we could download and apply to all of our systems.
So after you installed keylogging, what did you find out?
Well, initially we found out that most of our employees were spending at least 3 to 4 hours a day on Facebook and other menial games like Solitaire or Hearts on the computer. So naturally, by installing this program, we were able to monitor them and keep them from going onto these sites and playing these games, thereby increasing productivity.
Was there any resistance from your employees?
Yes, there was a lot of resistance at first. Many cried out that it was a violation of their privacy, but we responded by saying that it was on the network, on the company's network, and so they really had no choice but to go along with it or quit. And in this job market, no one quit.
Did you see any effects on your company?
Yes, we have. Recently, we've increased productivity by about 15 to 20% just after installing this program. Our employees are almost afraid to go on these sites now, and they get their work done much more efficiently and on time.
Companies aren't the only ones utilizing this technology. Keylogging has found its way into the family as well. To get the family perspective, I met with Seth Danielson, who lives in the suburbs of Denver. Seth, how do you use keylogging?
Well, Ron, I first started using keylogging to monitor my family for the security. I have 3 small children, and I'm very concerned about what they're looking at on the internet, as well as occasionally I have my suspicions about my wife.
Okay, Seth, how'd you find out about it?
I actually found out about keylogging through YouTube. I was just browsing around and found out that a lot of hackers use it, and thought, wow, I could use this for family use as well.
So after you heard about it, how'd you find it?
I actually just Google searched it, and there's a lot of websites that you just pay a small fee, and you dictate what you want to know in email, and they let you know whatever your family's been doing or whoever you plan on monitoring.
Would you say this is an ethical thing to do?
I don't think it's unethical because my reasoning behind it is correct. I'm concerned about the safety of my family, and I just want to make sure my kids aren't being exposed to anything bad. And, I think it's all for the right reasons.
Do you know anybody else in your neighborhood using it?
Yeah, I actually started a big trend among all of the soccer fathers. You know, basically everybody in the neighborhood now is keeping their family safe by using keyloggers, and we think it's making our family and our community a better place.
So what did we learn today? If the program is readily available as keylogging, we've seen its uses in a variety of different places, from the seedy, shady underworld of cybercrime, to the CEO trying to monitor his employees, to the dad just making sure his kids are going to the right websites. Either way, this leaves us with one question: keylogging, ethical or not?